Oh my God, Stacker. Look at his bar. It's so big. I mean, he looks like one of those banker guys. Who understands those bars? He only buys them because they're cheap. I mean, his bar, it's so big. I can't believe it's not round. It's like a rectangle. I mean, gross. Look, it's just so bland. I like big bars and I cannot lie. You other stackers can't deny that when a bar reflects in your face, you get sprung. Okay, all right, enough. I'm just having a little fun here, folks. Okay, enough of my nonsense. No one came here to listen to me make up silver lyrics based off of Sir Mix-a-Lot. But if you're here to learn why I just don't buy the hype that coins are better than bars, then stick around and we'll do some myth busting and let the numbers help us decide if big bars are worth buying. Let's talk about it. Okay, before my pro coins and rounds people start adding me in the comments, let me be clear. I will concede that this is largely a case of preference, though I will make an argument based on the numbers that may convince some of my die-hard coins and rounds people to give bars a second thought. Also, I'm only going to be focused on kilo bars or smaller, as the 100-ounce bars like this one, they're kind of a different situation. So let's start with 5 things I hear most from people when I talk about my preference for bars. They say coins around are 1, more popular, easily recognized and trusted by people, easier for the average person to verify authenticity, able to be used in bartering, can be split up and transported easier, and are easier to sell in smaller amounts person to person. Okay, so those are the 5 things I often hear. And while there's some truth to it, I'm not sure if I'm buying it all. I mean, yeah, rounds and coins are more recognizable and quote unquote trusted by people, but really only 1.5 to 1% of the general public even buys precious metals. So the average person isn't going to know the difference. And yeah, it is a little easier to verify coin. You can do those ping testers and things like that. I'll give you that one. But a lot of times people have Sigma testers too. So, okay. Absolutely, you're going to win the bartering argument if we're trying to buy loaves of bread. If I'm trying to buy larger items, I don't know if that argument holds up the same. Definitely coins and rounds are a lot easier to transport. This took a couple of trips and quite heavy. And yeah, it's easy to sell in smaller amounts person to person. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm not particularly interested in selling my metals person to person. Have you ever sold anything on Craigslist or OfferUp? Are you kidding me? You want to deal with that when it comes to precious metals? No way. So most of us are going to do the exact same thing. Sell to a local coin shop. But while all those statements are accurate and have some validity, I'm just not sure if it really matters or warrants the additional cost associated with buying coins and rounds. I mean, as a stacker, my goal is to get as many ounces as possible for the lowest price possible. And so I have 2 really simple questions to all of my I only buy coins and rounds people. Well, what's the point of stacking? To collect as many ounces as possible. And what's better at that, coins or bars? See, I'll wait for the answer, but we know the answer. Here's the reality. Almost unequivocally, you can stack more silver for less money by buying bars. Especially in this environment now, with prices increasing, it's about efficiency. It's about how do I get the greatest value for my fiat? How do I get the most ounces for my dollars? And bars do that. So I'm going to show you a real life example of a recent purchase I've made. And we're going to say that we had a budget of $1,045.76. And the question is, well, how do we get the most silver for our money? And so if you take a look here at this chart on the screen, there's a lot of numbers here, and I apologize, but just work with me and I'm going to show you what I go through when I make a purchase. So the most important thing is that you can see that there are 4 scenarios here of a purchase: 1 kilogram, 1 ounce, generic, Philharmonic, and American Silver Eagles. And that the total budget in all 4 scenarios is $1,045.76. And what you can see here is that if I decide to go with a kilogram bar, spot price at that point for this purchase was $23.29. The premium was $2.35 per ounce, which made the total cost of $25.64 per ounce. And if I were to buy a kilo bar, which I did, that price was $824.32. Now, if you just go over one other column, you'll see that if I were to purchase generics, instead of the cost being $25.64, I would have paid $27.18. So I'm already spending more money by just going with a generic route. And if I would have purchased 32 ounces, like the kilogram, I would have spent $869.76. You go over one more column, you see the Philharmonic, and that same scenario, except for the price again goes up to $28.36 an ounce, and I spend $907.52. And then, of course, the American Silver Eagle. Price jumps all the way up to $32.68 an ounce, and I would spend $1,045.76. So if I just bought 32 Eagles, I'd be done. And you can see in these other columns what would happen in terms of how much money I would spend. And so if you just drop down a little bit there and look at the savings compared to American Silver Eagle, I could buy my kilo bar and still have $221.44 to purchase additional metals, additional ounces. And that's in comparison to American Silver Eagle. If I did generics, I have an extra $176. If it was a Philharmonic, $138.24. And so then if you can see in the very last row there, that with that savings from buying a kilo and then purchasing generics, I would be able to pick up a little bit over 8 ounces. If it was generics, 6 ounces, Philharmonics, almost 5 ounces. And again, this is all in comparison to American Silver Eagles. But the point still remains. So now let's fast forward in time and let's say silver has shot up to $43.29 an ounce. And we're going to the local coin shop and we're going to sell those ounces that we just purchased in the previous slide. Well, I'm going to sell 32.15 ounces. And at $43.29, I'm going to get spot price. And I'm going to get back $1,391.77. The person who bought the generics, they're going to get spot as well. But they're going to get a little bit less because technically there's a 0.15 troy ounce in there. The person who bought the Philharmonic, let's just say they get $2 extra per ounce. So they get $1,449 and some change. And then the American Silver Eagle person gets $1,500 and a little extra there. And this is where people go, see, you get your money back when you buy the American Silver Eagle. You don't. that's not telling the full story. See, this full story is this. We all got paid off of 32 ounces. We all spent $1,045 and some change. The difference is when I bought my kilo, I was able to pick up some additional ounces. But we'll get to that in a second. Next, you can see that the profit was $567 from the kilo. For the generics, $515, $541 from the Philharmonic, and $467 from the American Silver Eagles. You can see that you don't get your premium back. And in fact, I made more money by buying the kilo at a lower premium and selling at spot versus the extra $3 that the person got for the American Silver Eagle. And now the next line is the really important piece. The bonus ounces per profit for profit. I was able to get those extra 8 ounces and sell those as well for $346 additional dollars. And the person who bought the generic was able to get an extra $259. And the person who bought the Philharmonic was able to get an extra $226. And so when you add it all up, that same $1,485 and some change invested back when it was $23, $26, whatever the price was, turns a profit of $913 versus $775 if I would have just bought all generics. $768 if I would have bought Philharmonics, and $467 if I would have bought Silver Eagles. This is why I love bars. This is the reason. Now, I know some people say, well, bars are harder to sell. I don't buy that. Every time I talk to my dealers, they go, we're in the business to buy metals. Whatever you have, we're going to buy. Yeah, every now and then you might get 50 cents less here and there, but we're in the business to buy. And the profits are astounding in comparison. That same $1,045 and some change turns me a profit of $913, far exceeding what the generic got, the Philharmonic, or the American Silver Eagle. This is why bars are so powerful. And while these numbers speak for themselves, I haven't even mentioned that periodically and actually quite frequently, there are sales to purchase kilos for as low as $1.99 over spot. And in fact, 2 weekends ago, there was a sale from bullion exchanges for $1.50 over spot. So bars allow you to maximize how many ounces you get for your dollar. And then those savings can then go into additional coins. I'm not against coins or rounds at all. I'm just pro getting as much as I can for my dollar. So if I've said it once, I've said it 100 times. Precious metal investing is about the spread. And while you can get an extra $4 per ounce on an American Silver Eagle, what you can't make up is the ability to get more ounces that are all increasing in value. Because that one Silver Eagle can only go up however much spot goes up. But if I can buy something equivalent and get extra ounces, I can amplify, I can magnify my money and get more. And so the spread, meaning the price you pay above spot when you purchase and what you receive when you sell, be it at spot or over spot, that spread is what makes all the difference in the world as an investor. And that's why you always hear investors say, your money is made when you buy, not when you sell. See, at current prices, $2.35 over spot is about a 10% premium. And if you can get a kilo for $1.99, that's about 8.5%. And all that does is allow you to purchase more metals, get more ounces. So as the price appreciates, you have more ounces appreciating in value. Not pretty, shiny American silver eagles. They're wonderful. They have a place. But ever since they stopped being $1 or $2 over spot, they haven't been worth it. And at $9, $10, $11, $12, you can keep your monster box as far as I'm concerned. Stacking is about efficiency. It's about how do you do this and maximize your dollars. So I'll let you decide if you should be considering bars more often than coins and rounds. Again, coins have a place. I'm not going to deny that. Rounds have a place. I'm not going to deny that. But especially in the market now, where we're entering a bull market and prices are going to go up quickly. Do you want the prettiest coins going up in value? Or do you want the most ounces going up in value? With that, I ask you to leave some comments, share your thoughts. I'd love to hear what you have to say. Hit the like button, subscribe for more. And as we always end, always stack smarter and never stop learning.